would be like this total narcissist, so disconnected he thought Dennis Rodman was cool, and then they would sit around with top leaders as he smoked cigarettes, watching basketball games. I mean, bizarro, Twilight Zone on PCP. This is hell. With tens of millions of people starving, millions starving a year, Vanity Fair doing a report there admitting the only meat sold on city streets was little baby parts. And that's all the wealthy can hardly get is long ham, sweet pork, human meat, as it's known by Kipling. Rutger, I guess he popularized that term. That's what was used by some of the islanders. And then the ultra-rich, the ultra-commie elite, they have the finest steaks, MRIs, everything for themselves in tiny little command bases. And he has a 7-story pleasure palace where they kidnap Japanese and South Korean film stars and then ship them in by private jet so they can come in and imagine Kim Jong-un coming in, or his dad, Kim Jong-il, coming in like Baron Harkonnen to pull your heart plug. I mean, just total weakness, piled on filth, piled on failure, just like a vampire with its hunchback leering. I mean, this is the spirit of the enemy. No manliness, no honor, no strength. I mean, a real red-blooded man. I don't care what color you were. Can you imagine giving 100 Kim Jong-ils a club and getting in a warehouse locked up with them? And you had a club, what you could do to 100 Kim Jong-uns. I mean, just the fact that it's just screaming failure, screaming weakness. And then we look at our enemies, MSNBC, Obama, the globalist, all these UN people. They're all the same. They're Kim Jong-un wannabes. They're nobodies. No one wants them. No one loves them. They have no power. They have no energy. They have no soul. They have no renaissance. They have no lightning. They are complete, pathetic maggots, absolutely trying to strangle human beauty, strangle human competition, strangle our mission to colonize space, strangle our mission to ascend into what God has planned for us. These people cannot rule over us, cannot control us, and should not exist. They are disease. I can't even look at Kim Jong-un. It can be like midnight, I'm going on Coast to Coast AM, and I'm totally exhausted. I'll let you have a trade secret. The old days, I'd drink a few beers because they have a stimulus effect on me. I don't do that anymore. Now, I pull up Hollywood people or Kim Jong-un or Obama or Hillary, and I instantly get energy just looking at these demons, looking at the scum that rules over us through fraud and deception. That's why they poison our water and dumb us down, because any straight-backed, head-screwed-on, even half-decent person would never live under such trash. Let's go to a clip of CNN that I'm analyzing today here, talking about another tyrannical regime when they're trying to build one like that here, again, saying our kids don't basically belong to us and men are inherently bad and the state is God, and questioning the dear leader Obama is racist. They would love to live in a place like this. They hate your success. They hate your strength. They hate your passion. They hate the fact you love God. They hate the fact that they don't have a monopoly of weapons so they can have their way with us, like Kim Jong-un and the demonic coteries of little demons that encircle him. So, of course, he's been swallowed up or dead or committed suicide or been murdered in some internal coup in that hellish pit that is a prison for all these demons. They're building their own destruction, their own mass guillotine. Let's go ahead, ladies and gentlemen. What you're seeing here is the human spirit refusing to submit. I am crazed and raged against them. I am sending out the call as a siren to warn people that their humanity and their free will is under attack. And by the most pathetic scum that you'd ever just see them for one moment and ever just realize what they are for one moment. They could be swept aside and a true renaissance could begin that is unbelievably incredible. Made of our dreams, made of your passion. That's what I want you to have, is control of your own destiny. That's all I want, and I want to be able to have control of my own passion and to be what I really am. Let's go to that clip.
Last time the world saw North Korea's young leader Kim Jong-un, he was clearly limping, on his way, according to state media, to a rock concert. He's a man whose every move has been glorified in word and music.
Oh my gosh.
He craves the spotlight, whether riding a horse, going to the amusement park, or hanging out with basketball star Dennis Rodman.
Oh, I hate Dennis Rodman.
So Kim's 5-week disappearance from the public eye has fueled endless rumors of bad health, a coup, even death.
North Korea, in one way, is a cult. And a cult leader has to be seen, especially a new leader. So Kim Jong-un toured around the country, and then all of a sudden, he disappeared. He hasn't been seen in public since September 3. So that by itself, if nothing more, indicates that there's something really wrong.
Oh, really?
A family history of gout and diabetes.
Look at the other people around him.
Kim's ballooning size and that recent limp have led many to speculate that he's seriously ill. One story going so far as to suggest his ankles were crushed under his own weight. Then there's the political intrigue.
Look at that little
Last year, Kim's uncle fell out of favor, supposedly over a power struggle. That uncle was executed, some say by machine gun. In fact, in less than 3 years,
we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Almost half the country's top.
You want to live under total government like this? You want to live under freedom? Because America and the whole West is going the way of Kim Jong-un's toilet. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Last 100 years, documenting that with the industrialization and development of sciences, people should work 2 or 3 days a week, be able to focus on language, arts, raising humanity's development. So high taxes and regulations are brought in to do what the Federal Reserve calls stopping overheating. And that's to stop areas of the economy they don't fully control, local sectors, and one-crop local economies and other things, to be shut down, basically, or milked. Because it's not enough to have all the fiat money at the Federal Reserve or the IMF or World Bank. You've got to be able to control your competition. That's the real power. So they create artificial scarcity. And that's what Agenda 21 and Cloward and Piven and all of it's about, is keeping the people under control, under resources. That's how you control slaves or sharecroppers. Everything I'm saying here is just common sense. And it's been done in history over and over again. But now it's going to end up causing world war if it continues. And so that's the real crime of these people, is they're trying to shut down society and civilization while blocking clean technologies, while running boondoggles for fake new clean technologies to just consolidate power, to create neo-feudal serfdom in the UN's own words. That's the model they want in the UN Biological Diversity Assessment, 1996. I cover it in my film, Road to Tyranny. Show the documents. Interview top professors like Kaufman, that's been to the UN meetings, Lord Monckton. So this is their plan, is to bankrupt you, is to dumb you down, is to poison you. Like you're a roach they're spraying with poison. On their power trip, they've decided we're just going to roll over and die. How about if we don't go along with that? How about if we identify them in their program instead of Hollywood stars and who's pregnant this week? See, the minute you start focusing on what's important and not on what they tells you important is game over. I'm not going to eat what Michelle Obama says. I'm not going to buy the clothes she points and tells me to get. See, you're like, well, of course you're not. Well, that's because you're not under their control. Most people are, folks. What a joke. What a joke. I got a lot of stock market news. Biggest plunge of the year yesterday. It's basically flat today. Got a lot of other interesting news on Ebola. A lot of interesting news on St. Louis. We're going to be covering it all. Briefly, it's that time of day, about to go to noon Central. Shows were aired in time zones all over the country, but we're here live 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'm going to take my second dose of the day of DNA Force. There's nothing else like it. On record, you can read the patented studies at InfoWarsLife.com on the bio-PQQ and all the other substances that are in it that are known to promote mitochondrial detoxification, growth, telomeres, immune system, you name it. This is what I'm doing for myself and my family, and it's had an amazing effect on my energy, my stamina, just my clarity. Personally, it's been a life game changer. And of course, I've got a couple drops of Survival Shield Nascent Iodine X2 from InfoWarsLife.com in this water. And I forgot to add my Fluoride Shield, which blocks the fluoride and a bunch of other heavy metals and things, really a chelator. And then a squirt, maybe 2 squirts. It is the weekend coming up of Super Male Vitality. Feel like I'm 18, ladies and gentlemen. And I like it, love it. I got a Old man's heart. I got a baby's brain in old man's heart. I think Alice Cooper's right. InfoWarsLife.com. And here's the liberty and down with the tyrants. And I hope Kim Jong-un is being eaten by maggots right now, and his soul is burning in hell. Second hour coming up.
Thank you for listening to
InfoWarsLife.com.
Visit GCNlive.com.
Whether it's colloidal silver or X2, we got it. When cells become toxic, they die early and aging sets in. No one has put together a formula that focuses directly on brain health, nerve growth factors, and optimizing your cellular energy at the same time. Just one of the key compounds, BioPQQ, is backed by major clinical studies. You want the best that's out there at the lowest price anywhere? We now have the synergistic solution. Secure your DNA force today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139.
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put two and two together? Infidel Body Armor can stop every round, including hollow points and .308 sniper rounds. Is reasonably priced and fully legal. But for how long? Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com, spelled INFIDEL bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.